So Unit 3, Activity 3, so flooding for better or worse, takes a look at the process of flooding. We've seen a little bit already the idea of how flooding is actually something that nature uses to bring nutrients back to certain areas. And so the sediments and the other organic material that gets washed over the flooded areas and the moisture being added to the soil is actually quite beneficial. So again, it talks about the better or for the worse. In most cases, it ends up being a worse only in a situation where humans have gotten involved. Perhaps they've built something where they shouldn't, or they're doing some sort of activity on the land that's going to flood that really isn't something that fits well with an area that gets flooded. And so sometimes we then try to control the flooding. And then by doing that, we've eliminated some of those natural processes that help to support those different areas. So this is going to be taking a little bit of a look at different civilizations that have existed throughout the years and the different locations that they existed and that they thrived, and what were the natural resources or the natural settings that allowed those people to survive. So in this case, taking a good look at the Nile. So you take a look at that. This activity right here is a spatial significance analysis. So you're going to complete a spatial significance for the Nile. And you can use this spatial significance template to complete that. Once that's done, you're actually going to go back to Unit 1, Activity 1. And there was a sample there of the spatial significance that was provided to you in the course. And on this activity, what you're actually going to do is you're going to open up the template that's right here, and this is a self-assessment. And you're going to take a look at the teacher or the provided sample that was created in the course, and you're going to compare it to what you created. And then for each one of the different topics or the different points, you're going to make a statement as to whether or not you did it better or the teacher did it better. And you'll explain if you did it better, why you think you did it better. And then if you did it better than the teacher one, you have to explain what could have been done to fix it up. And so for each one of those different parts or steps, you're going to compare the two together, and you're going to make a decision as to exactly exactly which one you think was better, and then what needs to be done in order to improve the one and why one was better. So that's how that assignment works right there. The next one is vocabulary. So simply take this graphic organizer. It has a bunch of words on it. If you already know this words, then you go and give your own definition. If you're pretty sure you know what it means, you put it in. And then you don't know what the word means, so you look it up, right? And so you provide a definition for it. So I recommend if you think you know what the definition is, you go and you write it. You should probably follow up with each one of them, unless you're super sure you know what it is. Follow up just to make sure that it was similar or what the right definition should have been. And if it wasn't, then you add in the third column. So complete that organizer of those words right there and make sure that's completed. And then there's a vocabulary collaboration. So you can take that work that you just did and you can post those to the discussion item. So other people can sort of get an idea of what words you also knew that might be similar to theirs and what words needed to be looked up. This section here is an excerpt of the Nile. So it just shows you some other source of information. And so with this stuff, you can now demonstrate understanding. So what you're supposed to do now is complete this organizer using the information that you can find on the Nile. Then your final consolidation piece is an interrelationship study. So pick one human action, a feature, or decision that's led to an important natural change in the Nile River Basin. So once you've picked that, you can use this here. Again, we've got all the different steps for an interrelationship. And then here's an exemplar of what it should look like. So this gives you an idea of what it is you can create by taking the topic that you've chosen as the greatest impact and taking a look how it fits. And so once that's all done, then what can happen is that you'll then share that with the rest of the class or with myself by putting it into the appropriate Dropbox right here. Okay, so please make sure that you've answered all these different questions and followed these steps in order to complete that assignment properly.